Hello Star Wars YouTube fans, stick around today and find out how you can build this super articulated Nabrun Leids action figure. Hello Star Wars YouTube fans, thank you for visiting my channel today, JohnnyStarWars. If you are new here today, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up to date for future Star Wars content. If you are an existing subscriber, many thanks for subscribing and many thanks for watching today. So I've got a video today for you of a custom figure that I've wanted to do for quite some time now. It's just a case of sort of getting the donor figures together and also allocating the time to actually complete this figure. So during lockdown, this was one of the figures I did complete. He's one of the more obscure aliens from the original Star Wars A New Hope film from the Cantina. A little bit of a background story that's been embellished for this character is Nabrun Leids was a patron of Talon's Cantina. He was a male smuggler and a pilot for hire. He used to brag that he could take anyone, anywhere for the right price. He does apparently just breathe methane, I believe. He is not able to breathe oxygen, so that's hence why he wears this sort of breathing mask apparatus as you see on the figure. This is another figure that is ripe for addition to the Star Wars Vintage Collection. We originally got the first release of Nabrun Leids way back in 1999, and that was part of the Power of the Force 3-pack collection. This particular figure was one of 3 in a Cantina box set. He did receive a paint update and a re-release for the Saga collection in 2006. Essentially the same figure, just repainted in a silver paint application and released on a single card. But since then we've not had any further releases of this particular figure. In my opinion, it's always been a slightly interesting character, maybe more of an obscure alien, but certainly one I'd love to see brought up to date for the Vintage Collection. And the Vintage Collection, in my eyes, the essence is it should really be bringing to life super articulated figures from certainly the original 96 that come out way back in the day, but also more of an emphasis on the characters from the original trilogy as opposed to maybe the prequel, sequel, or even Mandalorian figures, which, although I'm keen to see super articulated and in that style, maybe the emphasis in the way the Vintage Collection was brought about and the name itself really ought to be focused on the original trilogy characters from my own point of view, really. I'll give you a closer look at this figure and then describe to you the process of how I actually built and executed this particular figure. So he is super articulated. So he's got a ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, ball jointed knees, swivel feet. The arms in the middle, they are just swivel. If I did find a replacement figure, donor figure that had articulation in the elbows and was suitable, I will upgrade that as well, but just at the minute those middle arms are just swivel only, so they do go up and down but they don't articulate at the elbows, etc. But still very happy with how that figure looks. So I put him down and then I describe the process of how I achieved this figure. It's actually quite a straightforward figure to do if you did want to do your own version of this figure. So the first figure, the donor figure for the head and the arms is the 1999 Power Force version of this figure, which you can pick up quite reasonably cheap. So what I did is cracked open the torso and removed the arms, these middle arms. You could possibly boil and pop that, but there is a risk of distorting the plastic as you removed it. So on this occasion I opted to crack open the torso to get access to these middle arms and take the head off. Once the head is off, you need to cut the neck post off, and then you'd need to carefully Dremel out, or with a rotary tool just cut the head joint open so that you can pop that on the donor figure ball jointed head. So that's the donor figure. And then for the main body I used a Greedo figure. You can use this a couple of ways. First of all, there is the vintage original trilogy collection Greedo. That's the one that comes with the soft goods waistcoat. Alternatively, if you're finding that figure hard to get or a little expensive, there is another Rodian, which I believe is from the prequel series of films. I forget his name, but he's got a sort of a blue colour bodysuit and a slightly different coloured sculpt to the Rodian head, but the body itself is the same sculpt, so that would be a suitable donor figure as well. You just need to cut off the belt, so you can discard that, use that for another figure later on. But that was the sort of main figure for this character here. So as you can see, it lends itself quite nicely as a spacesuit for this new figure. And then to attach the arms from this figure onto the new figure, all I did was carefully drill out a hole and attach the arms there. And then you can probably best to warm up this plastic before you pop them in here, but you can warm it up in boiling water, and that just aids actually putting the arm pegs in the holes. But once in there, that's good to go. And then for the paint application on this new figure, stand up. So for the paint application on a new figure, I used a product I've used on a number of different projects now, and that is Rub and Buff. So this is a silver leaf paint. I believe it actually contains actual metal filings of some sort, but they're very, very minute. But you only need a very small amount of this and it goes a long way. So you'd put a bit of this onto a cloth and then just basically work in the paint onto the new figure, getting into all the joints and that. You just need to make sure you leave it for a while to dry off. It is sort of quite a wet paint until fully cured. Some people might be inclined to put a lacquer over it as well. That probably protects the paint even more. But as I say, a little bit does go a long way, and you'll be surprised how easily it is to actually paint the figure. And for me, it's good to get into the joints. It sort of eliminates a lot of the way it works. It just eliminates a lot of potential paint rub you might get with a traditional silver paint, which might be a little bit thicker perhaps in the application. And also the way it sort of wears as well, it just sort of gives a little bit more of a worn look to the figure. I just really like the way that the paint come out on this particular figure with this sort of suit. And then the other thing I did is just with regards to the hands, I used a black Sharpie or permanent pen just to colour in the hands. I did forget which figure these particular hands are from, but I've just gone over those with a, say, a black permanent or Sharpie pen just to do that black. and again that just helps with eliminating any potential paint rub from a traditional maybe acrylic black paint, for example. And then with regards to the head as well, I've just given it a very subtle black wash. So where the pipe work is on the sort of gas mark, it just makes that pop a little bit. And then that's pretty much it, really. It's quite a straightforward figure to do, but overall, it's a great looking figure for your collection. And again, hopefully one that we might see one day as part of the vintage collection on its own dedicated card. So look forward to seeing that one day if Hasbro did manage to do that. So thanks for watching today again, guys. If you are new here, again, please hit that subscribe button. Also check out my Instagram account. You might find that I post some content just there first before I get around to doing the video. So if you want to sort of be bang up to date on my latest projects, check out my Instagram as well. But thanks for watching today. As always, love to hear your thoughts and comments below, and I shall see you on the next video. Thanks for watching today.